So then I reached out to one of my boys that was working. He was actually like a choreographer. So my boy Samuel had got the gig as choreographer, and he was also training some of the dancers. So he was teaching Shamik Moore how to break for the role of Shaolin Fantastic. So I had reached out to him, and I was like, look, I know y'all need some more brown brothers, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if you need some Latin Inferno lover, whatever. He hit me up one day like, yo, are you available for this? And I was like, yeah, I guess they needed some new faces.
Yo, let's go beyond the Cypher a little bit for a second. So it's funny that you mentioned Crazy Legs, and you know he's definitely an OG, right? I'm gonna go ahead and stamp you with the OG, even though you don't want it.
Yeah, I'm an older guy.
So you know you hear about. So what happens to all the New York OGs? Because I know it's more than just the 4 or 5 that more people know about, but then you hear stories about people succumbing to the demons of humanity, you know what I'm saying? Like, so drugs, prison, people be getting killed, people getting depressed, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth like that. What's going on, man? Why, where are they? What's going on with these OGs to where this is happening to them?
I mean, I don't know, man. A lot of them are like doing their own thing. You know, some dudes try to come and resurface. Man, I sometimes I be thinking about it, and I wonder, and I'm like, you know, it has to have something to do with when and where this all comes from, how it started, right? So obviously it comes from the hood. It comes from, you know, a lot of poor people that come from broken homes, broken families, you know, people that have been traumatized, people trying to find a getaway or a new outlet. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people who were super talented, they were probably going through some shit as kids, you know? Or they probably had a real rough upbringing. Things that we don't think about back then, but now it's like, you know, people have PTSD and trauma and have been abused, and, you know, all that's inside, and later on it affects you and then it shows, you know? So I think that a lot of the people that are not doing well, it has something to do with that. And like you said, some people succumb to drugs, some people end up in prison, and it's because of that, you know? Like, I think there's some people that come from good families, and there's also people who wanted to get out the hood and worked real hard and studied, and then they even left breaking. You know what I'm saying? So I think the OGs who are doing good kind of just like left it behind them. Like, yo, this was me back then, but now, you know, it's time to grow up. Right. You know, not everybody stuck around and stayed involved in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very few Crazy Legs. You know what I'm saying?
One.
Yeah. Who can walk in a room and, you know, celebrities and rappers and athletes know who it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's very few of those, you know, that stuck around and got that, you know, those props and that love. So, you know, a lot of the other dudes are bitter. They're like, yo, I ain't getting no love out here. You know?
I talk Crazy Legs. How I'm not getting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no, I feel you.
And then they'll be like, look, Crazy Legs. And I'm like, why? Because he's doing good? Like, he was blessed. That's his journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, a lot of things like that. You know, some people are bitter. They didn't get their due. Some people, like I said, some people are trying to just resurface now. Like, yeah, I was in Beat Street, and like, all right, but where was you the past 30 years or the past 20 years that we needed you, and we could have used your mentorship, or you could have taught us, and we could have been a little ahead in the game. You know, don't come out here now trying to claim shit. So we see all these funny type of characters, a lot of people who have messed up backgrounds. And then, like I said, the people who are good and successful, like, they've moved on. A lot of them have moved on because there wasn't really a career opportunity, you know, as there is now. Now it's possible. you know, but even with that, like, you got to be business savvy and all that. You can't just come out here and say, I'm Jiggz, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to make it happen out here. Like, nah, I got to put in the work too if I want to be successful and be like, yeah, I'm still 100% about this breaking life. Like, let's be realistic and let's start teaching the youth that, yo, this is something that you got right now and it's a blessing. Take advantage, live it up, but don't forget that you have to water other seeds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I totally agree with you. It's funny that you mentioned that, because when I came back into breaking in 18, I had to humble myself. People that I used to give guidance to, I had to come to them and kind of get reintroduced. Like, what's going on now? I didn't want to come in like, because, you know, there was a point in time when Arizona was NBL, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had the most events, we had the biggest events, so on and so forth. But, you know, with me and Johnny working on it. But then when I come back, I remember the first competition I did, it was the Outcrowd anniversary in 2019. And this dude comes up to me and he's like, yeah, man, it's always good to see new people in the scene and see new energy. And I looked at him, and it was me and House was talking. You know House from Fear Styles Crew? Me and House are having a conversation, and he walks up and says that. And then when he walks away, me and him just look at each other and laugh, because I'm not new, but I'm a resurgent, right? So, yeah, it's really interesting. And I think, to allude to what you're saying too, is that when people do resurge, they do have to humble themselves. You have to come in not necessarily as a new person, but you can't claim whatever your status was. I can't be like, yo, I had the baddest jam and da-da-da-da. And it's like, nobody cares, because that jam is not here no more. That jam is not helping us today. You know what I'm saying? So no, I 100% feel you. For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Let us know how we're doing down in the comment section, and to make sure that you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace until the next episode.